Well, hello, seedlings, saplings, and climbers, and welcome back to another Good News Club. We're back in the Psalms today, looking at the songs that God gave His people to talk back to Him. And today's, Psalm 19, is another cracker. To warm us up and get us in the mood, we're going to play a game. The game is, can you guess what it is yet? Apologies for the poor accent, but that's just for any of you who are old enough to remember Wolf Harris. But back to the game. I'm going to show you some blurred pictures, and you have to guess what they are, and then I'll reveal the true identity of the pictures to you. Are you ready? Here we go. Well, here's our first picture. What do you think? It's a horse. Our second picture. What do you think? It's a tree. Well, this is the next one. I'm not very good at taking pictures, am I? Or of being their subject. Alright, maybe a little bit harder. What do you think it is? It's a guitar. And last but not least, here we go, a difficult one for you. It's the world, it's Earth. And that sets the scene wonderfully for today's psalm. Let's see if you can see why. As normal, we have 3 questions to think about as you read the psalm, or as you listen along. The questions are, number 1, who is being made known? Who is being made known? 2, what makes him known? And 3, what can we know about him? Who is being made known? What makes him known? What can we know about him? Here comes the psalm. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they reveal knowledge. They have no speech, they use no words, no sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens God has pitched a tent for the sun. It is like a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, like a champion rejoicing to run his course. It rises at one end of the heavens and makes its circuit to the other. Nothing is deprived of its warmth. The law of the Lord is perfect, refreshing the soul. The statutes of the law are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eye. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The decrees of the Lord are firm, and all of them are righteous. They are more precious than gold, than much pure gold. They are sweeter than honey from the honeycomb. By them your servant is warned. In keeping them there is great reward. But who can discern their own errors? Forgive my hidden faults. Keep your servant also from wilful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Well, that was a lot to take in. Let's go back through it a bit more slowly. When we buy things from the shop, they're often stamped with a little mark telling us where they were made. So here's my newest toy, and it has a little mark on here. I don't know if you can see that. You see? It says, Made in China. It might be too small for you to read. But our psalm says, the heavens, or the skies above, are stamped with a mark, saying, made by the great God. Just think about it. Clouds are amazing, aren't they? They come in all different shapes and sizes. They look so fluffy and cute up there on a summer's day. But somehow those fluffy things rub together and produce thunder and lightning. Wow! And what's more, those really nice tufts of clouds drop water down on us. Just think about that. Water that means we can drink. Water that means we can grow things so we can eat. Wow. Clouds are pretty cool. And they point to an even better God, an amazing God. who made them. Now, when we look at our toy and it says made in China, that label is written in the English language. Not everyone can understand these squiggles. Young people can't read, young children, and many foreign people can't read English. How much greater is God's mark of creation? The wonder of the skies is that it tells us all of this world that we live in isn't an accident, but a powerful and kind God made it all. And it tells us all of that, whether we're a baby or we're a grandparent, whether we're English or Australian. A powerful, kind God made our world. Our psalm then jumps from talking about the sky to talking about the law. You see, even more mind-blowingly, God actually does communicate to us in human words. He gave us his word, the Bible. The Bible is a book all about how we can know God. Think about that. We, little humans, can know the amazing God who made the world. Wow! In fact, this psalm talks about the law of God. Now, we don't talk about God's law much, but let me tell you, it's amazing. God's law is very good. No one can find fault with it. If we followed God's law, everything would be right in the world all the time. And do you know one incredible thing about the law? God's law is concerned about the little people. God's law provides for the poor. It protects the weak. It looks after those without families. And if that is what God's law does, then it means the God who made the law really loves and cares about his people. He loves little old you, and he loves little old me. Outstanding. So this psalm tells us two things about God. First, he is mighty. He is so strong, so powerful that he made our world, our sun, the stars, and the whole wide universe. Just think about how big that is. And secondly, it tells us that he is a loving God who cares for all that he has made. He does not despise the weak for being weak, but they have a special place in his heart. He loves and cares for them. It is nearly unbelievable, but the God who put the stars into space holds you and me in his hands. Time for a game. It's another revealing game. I've got an item in my head and you have to guess what it is. To help reveal it to you, I will show you a colour, like this, and then I will use words to describe it. You have to guess what the item is. To help us, all the items I'm going to describe will be fruits. Okay, are you ready? Here's our first one. The colour will come as no surprise. A yellow and bent fruit. It's a banana. Next up, this is the colour. It makes great juice. Orange. Next colour. It goes well with cream. Strawberry. Here we go, getting a little bit more difficult. What do you think? It grows on bramble bushes. Blackberry. This is back to mainstream fruit. Nice and crunchy. Apple. And last but not least, here come the words. Something really old. Mouldy fruit. Well, how did you find guessing? Did you find the colour or the words more helpful for guessing what the item of fruit was? I'm sure some you got from just the colour, maybe a yellow banana. But often other times the words may have been more helpful. Perhaps they help us see more clearly or know better what the fruit was. So the black piece of card was hard, but maybe the fruit that grows on brambles, being blackberries, was easier. Well, that's just another thing our psalm talks about. Looking at the sky tells us things about God, but his word tells us more things, and it tells us more clearly. And that's why we want to look at the Bible each week in Good News Club, and perhaps why you might want to look at it again this week. We've seen lots about the psalm today, and now it's over to you. Perhaps you'd like to read over the psalm again and have a chat with your mum and dad or carer about what it means. You can find some more questions online if that would be of help, and there are always worksheets and crafts you can do. This week is a really good one for crafts. There's a bookmark which will help you find your place in the Bible, and there is an amazing mobile. This is the most exciting craft I think I've done. Look at that. Oops, wrong way round. It shows us that we can know what God is like by what he has made. And his precious word, the Bible. I'm quite tempted to hang that up above my bed, but I'm not sure my wife is too keen. Well, this week, I thought I'd add a couple of extra things you could do. Why not sing a song? If you go over to YouTube and type Sovereign Grace, God of Wow, there's a song there praising God for how amazing he is. So amazing he made the whole universe. So loving he cares about me and you. Perhaps you could watch that song and even sing it. Also, let's talk back to God. Let's say a prayer. And to lead us in praying, I thought we could think of two things. So firstly, why is this God, the God of the Bible, the God of the world, why is he amazing? That's number one. Why is God amazing? Number two, if that's true, if God is that amazing, how should I live this week? And to give you an idea of what you could do, I'll tell you mine. I've thought today, particularly, that God is so amazing because he cares for small people and he cares for what's going on in their lives. And so, as a result of that, because he's that kind of God, this week, I want to take my cares to God, to be quick to go to God with my cares, rather than to get stressed or run to other people. Why don't I pray for that now, and then you can have a think and have a pray when you're ready. Heavenly Father, we thank you, we praise you so much that you're a God who cares about little people. Thank you that you care about us, that you care about me. Please help me to remember that this week, and so be quick to take my problems to you and not get stressed or run around like a headless chicken. Amen. Well, it's been another great week. Thanks for sharing Psalm 19 with me. I hope you enjoy looking at it a bit more, and see you again. Bye.